Yeah.
We did it. It's live.
Oh, boy.
It is live.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Doing it live.
Yep. All right, let me pop out that chat. Get that chat popped.
Little
chat
pop
is
and lock with
popping.
the chat.
You know it.
CJ pops the chat like he pops his collars. He looks so good, makes the ladies hollers.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See?
You know it.
There it is.
You know it, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Hello and welcome to episode 717 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, August 4th, 2020. I'm your host, Chris Johnston, and with me, as always, from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
What's up?
What's up? I realized this episode comes out on 8/4. So
maybe we get
happy
the
8
bump.
Happy 8/4 day to our friends at 8/4.
That's not our show.
Wish it was our show.
Do you think they care if they come out on P1P day?
Don't think that's a. I don't
There's
think
not
that's
a
a thing.
day. There's
Exactly.
not a day for that. Every day is P1P
And whose fault
day.
is that? Marketing manager CJ.
CJ probably
Charge-
turned down an offer from I don't know some calendar company to create P1P
Yeah.
because
That's
we
right.
probably had to read a 10-second ad.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to do that. No.
But then, of course, he would go on to explain
he
how great
advertised it
their
anyway.
products are anyway. So, yeah,
You know
I turned down the official Player One holiday. But let me tell you about the great
These
folks
calendars.
at
We can't think of a calendar company.
Casper mattresses.
Casper, there you go.
we were
Yeah.
going to get, you know what? It was going to be the Far Side comic a day calendar. They were going to give us one day where you would tear it off, and instead of a Far Side cartoon, it would have been an ad for us,
Yeah.
drawn by Gary Larson himself. And CJ said, "No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank
don't
you.
want
We
that.
don't want that."
No, I
But-
can't. But my principles will not allow me.
But let me tell you about Gary Larson and the Far Side.
Yeah. I used to read a lot of those books. I used to have a lot of them.
I hope my flippant tone does not come across as me disparaging the Far Side, because the Far Side is amazing. It always has been, and it always will be. The Far Side is one of the best comic strips.
Been a while since
all
I
the-
looked at.
You
old
know,
ones.
he's doing new stuff now.
I did know that. Yes.
Yes, Gary Larson has brought back the Far Side online. So
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Yes.
living it now. So
We
Yeah,
are.
really.
We are kind of living it. That's true.
yeah, all those cows walking around.
From the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
So, listen, all you folks out there in TV land,
Oh my!
get you some glasses there, sweeping the land. Remember
My
what I
daughter is
said?
getting
you're not
glasses.
supposed
Actually,
to rhyme the
As
same
I'm a
word.
hip hopper, yeah. Go get you some blue blockers.
I had to take my daughter into the eye doctor because
She's getting blue blockers.
She's playing too many video games.
not getting blue blockers. She's playing too
Oh.
many iPad games with the screen like right against her face.
That's going to be a thing. That's going to be more and more of a thing
Oh, yeah.
for good
definitely,
little uns.
definitely. But
she's getting glasses.
she's getting glasses. Yeah.
I mean, look at
Okay.
all of us. Spent
I
most of
know.
our professional lives staring at computers.
It's true.
That's
Actually, I
exactly what
think-
my doctor said to me when I finally got glasses. Like, you got a job where you stare at a computer all day? Yeah.
Well, and then so we took her in, and she doesn't like eye drops at all. And
Yeah, it's weird because everyone
They're usually
loves
so
eye
enjoyable.
drops.
Everyone loves them, right?
I love pouring liquid into my eye.
But then, so the doctor was like, "Well, I think we should have her take some more tests and get some contact lenses." I was like, "There's no way. Like,
Ugh.
there's no way she's gonna wear contact lenses at 8 years old.
No.
That's
There's
just
no
not
way I'm wearing
happening."
them at 44 years old.
Yeah, I don't even wear them at 44. I tried.
I would not.
I've tried
No.
3 times in my life to
I
try
can't-
to wear contact lenses, and none of them have worked.
I can't even watch Dana put in contact lenses. 'Cause
Yeah,
she
I can't
she
either.
she'll bounce back and forth between the two.
Yeah,
But yeah, I can't even watch
I
her
can't do it.
put
No.
put
It's 'cause you're
contact
touching
lenses
your
in.
eye.
Yeah, no,
No.
ew.
Can't do it.
icky. And sometimes like they'll float back and kind of end up behind your eye.
You know what?
And
That's
stuff.
the thing that really freaks me out. Actually,
Yeah,
out of
no.
everything, touching my eye is bad enough, but then knowing that can happen, it just freaks me the hell out. Like
at that point, I'd be gouging it out, trying to just get the thing.
Get a
free.
fork.
Ugh. We want to get a spoon for the contour, a nice melon
Contour,
baller.
yeah.
In there?
Melon
Gosh.
baller, yeah. I've tried them three times in my life, like I said, and each time the doctor's like, "Oh, you won't even notice them." Like, I know you may have heard that they dry your eyes out or they're hard to put in or whatever. That the new technology now, you won't even feel
the
them.
new technology.
It's like,
Give me a bionic
okay.
eye where I can't feel it when I touch it.
Really.
It's like, okay, I'll try it. And then I last maybe like a week, and it's like, this isn't worth it.
Yeah.
Just period.
You can get one of those Kano surgeries. Get a laser eye installed.
Get a laser
I'd be
eye?
for
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me some mech eyes in there.
Yeah.
I can handle
No,
that.
my wife has had the LASIK surgery.
Oh yeah.
And
on her eye.
A few years after she had that, she has to wear glasses again now.
Oh really?
It's just like, yeah.
Really?
And my cousin as well had LASIK, and he has to wear glasses now as well. Like it lasts for a few years, and then it stops. Did
she have this at an actual like eye doctor?
Yeah.
Was it from the same place you bought your 360 or?
Yeah, Walmart. Walmart Vision
360
Center.
was the alley behind the Walmart, wasn't
Vision
it?
Center.
It's
No.
the same place the Joker got his work done.
You got your frames. Here we got
so
like
I'm
we got like
just,
a dozen laser pointers all taped together.
I'm sticking with the glasses, and
yeah.
my
Well, they make you
daughter's
look
doing that
smart.
as well.
They
They do.
smart.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Have I
Good,
even done
huh?
this podcast without glasses on? I don't think so. It would be a mess. Be able to see my
Have
notes.
you? I don't know. You look naked when you have your glasses off. You don't.
Yeah.
You want to
look-
see? You want to see? You want to see
You look
this?
odd to me when you're not wearing your glasses. Yeah, you just
here we
don't
go.
look like CJ.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Taking our
Greg.
glasses off.
Here we go. Vision free.
I'm
player
gonna
one.
guess you guys look great because I can't see you.
Boy, wow, Greg. Boy, you are
You're a
beady
pink blob.
Oh, the three of us are just beady-eyed.
Oh,
little
we're
creeps.
awful looking.
Look at how
Yeah.
look at how hideous
This
we
is-
look.
Man,
I can't even really see it.
there aren't even any.
Hello,
There's nobody.
everyone.
There's nobody watching on YouTube anymore.
I hope you're enjoying the show with my beady little bug
There we
eyes
go.
here.
That's
Let's
better.
get that back on there, and I can. Jeez, what a mess we
Oh,
are.
Jesus.
I know. Yeah. Scared
When-
ourselves.
How old were you fellows when you got your corrective lenses?
I was probably about 7 or 8. My
Really?
daughter's age. Yeah.
Okay.
I was in my
Gregory?
mid
30s? 30s. Okay.
With me, it was my wife at the time. She had worn glasses most of her life, and I had 20/20 vision. So
Right.
I thought. So I hadn't got my eyes tested in like 10 or 15 years.
Oh man.
And
Okay.
she was going in to get them tested. She says, "You should come in and get them tested." And I was like, "Why? I have perfect vision."
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, come in and get them tested anyway." So I sat down, and the doctor, said, "So how's your vision?" I said, "It's great. It's perfect." He went, "Yeah, okay, sure." And he covered, I forget which eye it is that's weak, but anyway, he covered. You cover one eye and you read the chart, and like
right.
I think it was my left eye couldn't read like the third line.
Oh, really?
Like it was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Oh.
"Yeah, so your right eye has been compensating for your left eye. You don't have perfect
Oh,
vision." So
Yeah. Mine was in probably mid 20s.
Oh really?
And-
wow,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no, I had the same problem with Greg where I just kind of assumed my vision was fine.
Mhm.
And
because I never had trouble seeing anything. I didn't
yeah.
have to squint at anything or could read small print and
Dana suggested that maybe I go get my vision checked one evening when we were out driving on the highway, and
you didn't
I'm-
know there was a car in front of you.
no, I was
Maybe it's time to get your vision checked, old man.
I was asking her to okay, what's that sign comes up? Is it what exit is that coming up?
Stop.
Read the what's on a highway, Greg.
I know.
I don't know how the Canadian highways are set up, but there's not a lot
Depends
of stop
on what
signs.
year it is.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 2020, so maybe.
No, I mean the story.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, so I would I'd ask her to read the signs for what exits are coming up, and she was she was confused. Why are you asking me to read these? I'm just like, because I'm focusing on driving. I can't see the signs. And of course, in my idiot addled brain, I'm like, that's the way the signs are set up. So then she was kind of quizzing me, like, okay, this sign coming up, tell me when you can read it. And the big signs for the overpasses.
Sure.
And like as soon as we're like directly under, I can, there it is, I can read it now. She's like, yeah, that's no. You need to go get
your story's worse than mine. You clearly had a problem.
Oh yeah, I just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So now I have.
I've just had terrible vision all my life.
Yeah, I don't know that I don't have any memory of either of you without glasses.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we met when we were in our mid-20s, Phil. So
so probably early.
Yeah.
I may have not had glasses very early when we first met.
All those years ago.
Years ago.
So old.
Going on.
No,
what?
CJ for 21 years now.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah,
How did that happen?
How the hell did that happen?
I mean, it was only 1980, 20 years ago.
Oh, don't remind me.
And we've been doing this podcast for 1,000 years, so
basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Although, so the after shows that I've been putting up,
yeah,
2 years old on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
The one that I put up this past Thursday had Kevin Larrabee on it, and wouldn't you know it, Back in My Play is back with a new episode.
That's right.
This weekend.
Another Mike J. Micah episode.
Yeah,
another Micah episode. So that's
what are they talking about? Do we know?
Old video games.
Old video games, and
that part I figured.
Bringing retro games to the next generation consoles. So,
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds like something Mike Micah would be involved in.
He would
think so.
Certainly be an authority on that topic.
I think so.
Yeah,
for sure. Should we talk about some video game news?
Why not?
Totally awesome video games.
I gotta watch that episode, that movie. Joysticks, yeah.
That is like
again sometime.
The movie Joysticks, for those who are unaware, that is an early 80s sexploitation comedy about the local arcade that is being threatened to be closed by an evil businessman, if I remember correctly. Who the evil businessman is played by Joe Don Baker.
Of course it is.
How could he be evil?
I'm pretty sure, Joe Don Baker's the villain. And
Mystery Science Theater fans will be familiar with Joe Don Baker. Everybody else,
Mitchell.
Not so much.
Yeah, exactly. But
you said it as if everybody knows. Everybody knows Joe Don Baker.
You know Joe Don Baker, don't you?
Phil, you're old. Just so you know.
I mean, in my
everybody
defense,
does not know Joe Don Baker.
In my defense, the only reason I know Joe Don Baker is because of MST3K.
Exactly.
It's not like I grew up watching.
Never saw anything, but you must have seen things with him in it. I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't know if I did.
No.
When I was a kid, what was Joe Don Baker in when I was a kid?
He was in everything. He was in tons of TV shows.
Everything?
Yeah.
Star Wars? He was in Star Wars?
Probably.
Yeah.
The He-Man cartoon?
Casablanca? Was he in Casablanca? He's been in everything, apparently.
Sorry,
Did he perform in the Round? Did he perform at the Globe Theater in ye old Shakespeare days, Greg? He's been in everything.
Greg's really hoping we move on.
No, I seriously am just not paying attention anymore.
And there is that as well. Anyway, Joysticks, funny film. Terrible movie.
No, it's not. First of all,
it's a terrible movie.
It's terrible. It's hilarious in its awfulness.
Badness. Yeah.
Although you and I, CJ, we saw it theatrically, correctly?
Of course you did.
Correctly. Not during its original run.
No.
But
no.
When we were back in San Francisco, there was a midnight movie screening of it.
Yes.
And we attended that.
This particular thing
was at the same place.
Bad movies.
That's probably the same place I went to see The Warriors.
Possible.
Was it the Midnight for Maniacs was the name of the festival.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was part of a festival. I think it was just one of those, one of those old theaters where people could rent it out.
It wasn't
Rocky Horror Picture always gets shown in places like that.
It wasn't like a festival, but it was like a weekly thing. Like every week, there was this dude.
I just remember going
curated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like,
I wish we used to have a theater like that here, and they just closed it down like last year.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Sucks.
It was great because this guy, I forget his name, but he had a huge collection of just terrible movies, and like like the film reels. It wasn't like he was popping a DVD in.
That's right.
But yeah, every week he would choose a bad movie, and he would curate a handful of like old like 70s movie trailers to go in front of him.
And they were fantastic.
And we saw like the Garbage Pail Kid movie.
Yes,
in the theaters.
That was the first time I had seen the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Same here. Boy, was it not
terrible.
Good. It wasn't that great. Strangely enough, we saw what's the
joysticks?
Joysticks. Obviously. Joysticks was part. It was like a midnight to dawn marathon.
It was like an all night. Yeah, and
yeah, there was like Pinball Summer was one of them.
Summer, yes.
And
was
Joysticks.
The Van, was that one of them? That was a trailer.
I think that was a trailer for the Van. Yeah. What there was like a cheerleader one. Some like cheerleader sexploitation. I forget what it was, but what's the Maximum Overdrive? Is that crappy Stephen King movie?
Yeah, it's a crappy Stephen King movie.
Yeah, with the Green Goblin truck.
Yes,
we saw that at one of the shows.
There's the drive-in theater that's nearby here, about an hour away, does something similar.
Oh, really?
They're really big into playing the old trailers.
Well, apparently, have you seen like the box office numbers? Apparently for the U.S., like it's Ghostbusters and Jaws and like Back to the Future number one.
Yeah, because all the drive-in movies or the drive-in theaters are showing like old movies.
Yeah,
right now. Yeah, that's pretty great.
But I'm pretty sure. I mean, if it's not the same theater, there was a theater in that area, in the area where we kind of all lived in San Francisco.
Yeah.
That Shane Bettenhausen and I think Greg Ford went to see the Warriors, and
I'd never seen it before. The same place.
And I'd never seen it before, but it was of course after the Rockstar game had come out, so I knew of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Shane's idea that we should go to this, and so we're standing in line, and everyone around us had empty bottles.
Oh, the bottles.
And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, and it was a little bit nerve-wracking because I'm like, I don't know why everybody has these. And of course you get to the scene in the movie where they he starts clinking the bottles together, and everybody in the crowd started doing it. It's like, this is
amazing.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
We did the one like, I mean, obviously when I went to any of those screenings, it was for kind of the kitsch, kind of ironic fun of it. But the one time I went to those because I actually legitimately wanted to see the movie was they showed the Transformers movie. Yeah,
that would be fun to see in the theater.
Yeah, the animated Transformers movie, which was a blast. So
I'll bet.
Anyway,
should we talk about some video game news?
I don't know. I like talking about cheesy old movies.
Yeah, let's turn this podcast into just that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Analog Pocket, they announced their pre-order stuff.
Yep.
And their pricing and when they're actually going to ship. So it's still $200. Pre-orders start this week, August 3rd, which is tomorrow as we record this, 8 a.m. Pacific.
And yesterday, as you hear this.
And yesterday, as you may be hearing this, unless you're watching it on YouTube, but they released the price of the docking station that allows you to play it on your television. It's $100.
$100.
And they have the various system adapters, so like the Game Gear, Neo Geo, Pocket Color, and the Lynx adapters are $30 each.
$30 each.
Oh, are they?
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. So let's see. So if you want, 200, 300 for the dock, roughly another 100 to get all the adapters. So you're looking at 400.
Yes.
Just to max out the system.
Yeah.
And then what do they got? They got a little protective hard case. That's another 30.
Well, yeah, if you
a really tempered glass screen protector, that's 16. A fast charging USB power supply for another 20.
Yep.
It's something that I would absolutely love to have.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, that seems like a fair price.
Yeah.
I don't think it's overpriced for what it is.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't think they're ripping anyone off, but
right.
I like Hacker Alias Night Attack 09 just tweeted before we started, actually, because he wanted one, and he's also in Canada, and he's like he wanted the handheld, the TV device, the protector and screen protector, all that plus shipping to Canada, which is always high.
Right.
$520 Canadian.
Oofa doofa.
It's just too much to justify. And along those same lines, something else to call out, Limited Run finally put up the Saturn and the long box jewel cases.
Oh, really?
Placements for sale. For shipping, they had to put together like an actual like custom shipping box. And they sell them in packs of 10, which I think is $120. No, $80. I think $80 is what they sell. It's not a bad price, but
$80 for 10 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, you know, it's not great, but it's not
too
bad for something that you can't get otherwise.
Right.
So I wanted to order some, but $50 to ship to Canada.
Oof.
American. So after
so just shipping is $50.
Just shipping is $50.
Damn.
It's the same reason we talked about this on Twitter before, that because my book collection doesn't include anything from Jeremy Parrish, and that's because the only way to order from Jeremy is to buy through someplace in the States, where it basically doubles the cost of every book.
Is Fangamer that expensive?
Fangamer.
I think that's where it was from. Yeah.
His
other stuff's on Amazon. Or
is this stuff on Amazon?
Well, his
new
Amazon Canada.
Wow,
there's a difference.
Yeah.
His new stuff, the NES and Game Boy Works books, those are all through Fangamer. So
I'll have to check that again then. But the last time I checked, I couldn't justify it. It was practically doubling the cost. Same reason I didn't end up ordering those Saturn cases, because that's almost $200 for me. And
well, you should just come down to the States for a little vacation time and
that.
Isn't it? I mean, couldn't you just go on eBay and buy a bunch of copies of like NHL 94 for a Sega CD?
You probably could.
Was it 94 that was on Sega CD?
Yes.
Was it? Look at me.
Wow.
Look at me. I'm impressed. Yeah, you could probably find like sealed copies of that for pretty cheap, right?
Sega CD games, there's not very much cheap in the realm of Sega CD games at this point.
Really? Not even like the
I mean, I guess you'd have to define cheap, but
but cheaper than the cost of the limited run boxes.
It's got to be the sports games, right?
You would think, right?
You guys are anti-sports game.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Probably is.
Look it up. Look it up.
Sega CD.
Look up a new one, because you want
$20.
There you
20
go.
bucks for is that $20
pre-owned.
shipped?
That's pre-owned.
That's pre-owned. What shape is that case in?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
that's what you're worried about. But I mean, $20.
Okay.
Oh, plus $20 shipping. So there, you're $40 already.
$40 for a case. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe it is worth it. All right. Cuphead.
Yeah,
is on the PlayStation 4 now.
Finally
announced and released last week.
There it is.
So there you have it.
All right.
I know you were waiting for that to be released.
Cuphead is very good.
I'm surprised it took that long.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder how the whole, because Microsoft definitely kicked in some of the production money for that game, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, but
I never expected
consoles
it
for a while now.
I never expected it to come to PlayStation 4.
Why?
Came to Switch.
It can. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it did. But Microsoft seems to have, I don't know, a special relationship with Nintendo.
Minecraft's on PlayStation.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think you thought that opinion through.
Well, do you?
Master Chief was in PlayStation All Stars.
Do you? That's not true. I know that's not true. Do you?
Spawn was in Soul Calibur.
Do you think we would see something like Ori in the Blind Forest coming to?
Sure.
Which is in a similar situation to Cuphead, right? Where Moon Studios, Microsoft funded some of.
I could see that. I mean, just because, like Phil said, Minecraft and almost all the other stuff they've been released, like Lucky's Tale, isn't it called? That came out on Switch as well, and
That's right.
I mean, they've been laying the groundwork for that for a while. That's why I'm surprised that it took that long. I mean, with Minecraft, it's a little different because I believe that came up before Microsoft bought Minecraft, right? It was it was in the Sony ecosystem before then.
Yes.
They just didn't get rid of it. Because why would they?
Well, they didn't get rid of it, but then it took a whole heck of a long time to get crossplay and
well, that's different. But I mean, still
Bedrock, the Bedrock edition. I think PS4 was not Bedrock for a long time, right, Phil?
He stopped listening to us 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. I figured.
Yeah.
Too busy ordering NHL 94 on Sega CD.
I'm trying to
buy them all up,
corner the market, resell the cases.
You hear that Canadian consumers are paying a lot for shipping.
That's what I'm trying to.
It's
to get in on that.
That with the exchange rate is just crippling.
Nah, you don't need that.
Yeah, but do you think so? Cuphead's out on PS4.
Yeah.
If nothing is stopping like Ori coming to PS4, could you see things like State of Decay or other sort of Xbox exclusives coming to PlayStation platforms? Given, of course, that Phil Spencer has been saying that it doesn't matter what platform you play on, we just want to put the games everywhere.
It feels like that's the road they're going down.
Player One Podcast officially states that Microsoft is going third party next gen. That is the official stance.
Officially
states. Nintendo will purchase Microsoft.
They're going full service next gen.
There it is.
Across multiple platforms.
Games as a service, huh?
Full service.
Yeah.
Yes.
It could happen, I guess.
It's gonna be a happy ending at Microsoft.
I mean, Microsoft did bring their games to Steam, and they're doing quite well.
It's true.
On the PC via Steam.
What's it? Flight Simulator 2020.
I can't believe how excited I am for that.
Which is very exciting.
Old men.
Yeah. Although you have to pay for a different version to be able to take off and land at like big airports.
What?
That makes sense.
Like the Game Pass edition, if you just download the Game Pass edition, you can't like take off from O'Hare. You have to be like
you gotta take off
serious.
You gotta
user.
You gotta go to Midway.
I'm on a business trip.
I'm
flying at a Midway.
There's a joke for all you folks in the Chicagoland area. I hope you enjoyed it.
I'm going to Meigs Field.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Midway. So the paid version doesn't let you like use like the
the paid
airports.
version does. The game.
All right, that's what I meant. The free version doesn't let you use major airports.
I think there's something like that. Yeah,
Weird.
where like
you
have to be a serious user to be.
I don't want to go anywhere
off.
with major airports anyway. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm in an airplane. How can they stop me from landing?
I'm assuming the Stanfield International Airport is in there. So that's ours.
Probably.
What happens if you're playing the Game Pass version and you try to land at LAX? Does it just like an invisible wall? Does it like you're playing Star Fox and you bump up against the edge of the screen? It just makes you do a like barrel roll and flip you back around.
Do a barrel roll.
Like, nope.
Please insert 25 cents.
Fox.
Yeah.
You
have to insert more tokens into the plane.
Oh man. Is there going to be a DLC for that game where like all the radio chatter will be like Star Fox gibberish? Like that kind of stuff.
I can only imagine. That'd be pretty funny.
Man, they actually there aren't a lot of airports in this game considering how big the game is. There's only 40 airports in the whole game.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of them are American. Oh, there's one in British Columbia, Canada. It's good.
So
two in Canada.
For as interested in this game as I am, I've not really been following any of it. How can you fly all over the world in this game?
That's what it says. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Every single city on Earth.
Real-time weather and flight patterns and everything. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, like, for me, if I want to fly over Nova Scotia, I guess I'd need to go down and land in like, I don't know if Boston's on here. Probably have to land in Boston or Ontario. Ontario seems further away.
Yeah.
Man,
I'll have to try it.
Well, I'm going to fly over to Narita, and then I'm going to load up a copy of Densha to Go, and take that train into
Take
Tokyo.
the A train back to.
Yeah. I did after our conversation last week, I did download Train Simulator World, which is on Game Pass.
Yeah.
But
That's the one I was thinking of.
I have not played it yet.
So fly to Narita in Flight Sim, load up Densha to Go.
Yeah.
To get from Narita into Tokyo. And then I'm just going to load up a Google Map Street View and pretend I'm walking around.
Wasn't there that game that was based in Akihabara?
Oh, there's a few games.
But there was one in the last couple of years that
Akiba's Trip?
Yeah, that's it. Akiba's Trip.
Or is it Akiba's Trip or Akiba's Strip? Because
I don't know.
I remember the point,
both, right?
Because the point of that game is like they're vampires or something, and you have to like beat them up so their clothes fly off.
That's right.
So it's an Ethan game.
It's one of those kind of games, yeah, where you have to like strip the vampires down so they die in the sunlight.
I'm gonna go check eBay.
Akihabara. So,
anyway,
yeah.
How did we get onto this? I don't know. But anyway, speaking of Game Pass and Xbox, the game Grounded came out last week into Game Preview, and they saw 1 million players play it in its first 48 hours. So that's great for them. Considering that the game was produced by a very small team within Obsidian, I think like 13 to 15 people.
Now, is this 1 million different players, or did one person just play it 1 million times? Because I know sometimes companies will fudge the numbers like that.
Right. And it did very well on Twitch, too. Like a lot of streamers picked it up.
Nice.
As well. So, congrats to that team at Obsidian.
Okay.
So now let's talk about some rumors, speculation,
and innuendos.
Because there was a listing
these rumors, these are straight from Quarterman himself, everyone. So
right.
You're looking at them.
There was a store listing for Halo Infinite that said that its multiplayer will be free to play and up to 120 frames a second. And 343 went ahead and confirmed that yes, the multiplayer in Halo Infinite is going to be free to play.
Oh.
And will be indeed 120 frames a second.
Now, the human eye can only register 15 frames a second when viewed on a screen.
I distinctly remember having this argument in Usenet.
Oh, really?
25 years ago. No.
So is it going to be microtransactions? I would think.
Oh, right? I imagine so.
If it's free to play,
will be, yeah.
So the infinite part is your maximum spending.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
You like that?
Yeah. So the fact that it's going to be free to play has sort of made some wonder whether Xbox Live Gold is going to be going away. And as part of that, the 12-month subscriptions have gone away from the Xbox website. And
really?
So there are a couple things seeming to support that. Plus, on Xbox platforms, console platforms, you do have to be a gold member in order to play even free-to-play games. So, like Fortnite, you have to have gold to play it. That's not the case on PlayStation or even Nintendo. But,
maybe they're pushing hard to get everyone to join Game Pass. So maybe you get rid of gold so that there's only one service you're asking people to pay for.
That's right. Yeah, that would make a whole lot of sense, right?
Yeah. That would make it. That would be interesting to see if that actually happened, to see how Sony reacted to it.
Well,
because you pay for online play on all three consoles right now.
If the change is for Xbox Live Gold, if the change is you no longer have to be gold in order to play free-to-play games, so Halo Infinite is free to play, you don't have to be a gold member to play that. If that's the only change, and you do have to have gold in order to play paid online games, right? Like PlayStation Plus.
I suppose, yeah, but I mean,
if the only changes to the free to play
but the
segment,
hypothetical I was presenting was if Xbox Live Gold goes away.
Yes.
So I mean,
if it goes away entirely, and if online multiplayer entirely it becomes free, including free to play, including any paid games, which by the way, if you have Game Pass or like any of the Microsoft games on PC that have online play, you don't have to have a gold subscription to play those online. So,
but that's what I'm saying. It'd be interesting if that was a thing. If gold went away,
yeah,
completely,
yes.
it would be interesting to see how Sony reacted to that.
How do you think they will react?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, maybe they do nothing, but because I mean, on all 3 consoles, you have to pay to play online right now. Although on the Switch, it's so little that I don't really feel like it really matters. But
right, it's like $20
like a year, right?
a year, and like
Yeah.
36 for a family plan.
So, but I mean, anyway, just it'd be curious to see if it had any ripple effect on Sony or Nintendo. But I'm thinking Sony more because they're more close. The price is more closely related, I think.
Right.
I don't even remember how much I pay for.
Yeah. What do you think Sony
crap
could
at this
do
point, but
in that case if online play was made across the board free on Xbox?
Don't know. Guess it depends on how well the PS5 sells.
Guess so. It would be interesting if Sony combined, well, kind of like Microsoft is combining Gold with Game Pass Ultimate. They could, on the PlayStation side, combine PS Plus with PS
Sure.
Now.
Yeah.
They haven't. Nice. They haven't yet, but they could.
Be all
that
for
would
it.
definitely be interesting. But yeah, Halo Infinite is going to be free to play. So at least that segment of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The segment I don't want to play is going to be free to play.
Segment you won't care about.
But hey, the story mode will be on Game Pass, so
it's on Game Pass. Yeah,
I'm good.
So there you go.
All right. I guess we should get into what you've been playing. Let's start with Greg.
I am still playing Paper Mario.
So am I. I didn't have much time to play a whole lot this week, so I'm sure you are significantly ahead of me.
You were probably ahead of me as well, since I did not play this week.
I want to say, yeah, I'm in the middle of trying to hunt down the source of the yellow streamer. So the third streamer.
Okay. I'm still on the blue streamer part.
How far are you, CJ? Are you
I'm at the beginning of Shogun Studios, just like last week.
Okay.
Oh, did you not play at all?
Did not play at all.
Okay, so I am in Shogun Studios now.
I mean, I'm in Shogun Studios, but
I'm going through the Ninja Tower at the moment.
Oh, so you're right at the end then?
Yeah, because from what Finn tells me, because Finn's been playing it as well.
Finn's farther along than you.
He actually is. Yeah, he just finished the spoilers. If anyone cares,
well, just name the area. I mean, I don't think that's
that
big a deal.
He fought the. I'm gonna spoil a boss. He fought the rubber band boss this morning.
He was great.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that battle a lot.
Yeah. He finished that, and then he's played a little past that, I believe.
Okay.
That's where Finn's at.
He's right behind me then.
Oh, really?
I'm not much further than that. I'll tell you what, though, there was a pretty and yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything at all, but there was an emotional moment I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
In a Paper Mario game.
Yeah.
That was played really well.
Huh.
Like,
okay.
It happened, and I was like, whoa. Okay.
Wow.
And it wasn't played as a joke. Like,
really?
It was played completely straight. Like, when it happened, I was like, okay, I see what they're doing here. And like, they're building up to this big moment that clearly isn't going to be what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
And because, the game is written so perfectly.
Right.
That I really thought they were just pulling my leg because they really were building up to this.
Mm-hmm.
And then it happens. And you're kind of waiting for the punchline. And it's not there. It's like, wait, what?
Man.
So anyway, it was really I adore this game. I know that the puzzle, we talked about this last week, and I know the puzzle thing, and I totally get complaining about the puzzle thing.
Yeah. You know what though?
Bother me that much, but anyway, go ahead.
I have after our discussion last week, I have become a bit more willing to throw money at a battle.
Yeah.
And 300 coins.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, because see, that's the thing, because the game does not do a very good job of explaining that mechanic, the throw money to the toads mechanic, and so you really don't get a sense of how much money I have to throw at them and versus how much they will do to help you.
I think too, and maybe this is just sort of our something for our generation where you know our RPGs especially are from the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, where sort of the whole mechanic was get to a new town, hey, a bunch of expensive gear, go out and grind for the gold.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let your hit points go down as far as they can before you pay for the inn to heal, because you need to save every penny you make. Yeah. And so I know that I'm definitely always been in that mindset. When I
same
play
here.
Anything resembling an RPG. So for me, it wasn't even so much how the mechanic works, although I think you're right. They didn't explain it all that well, but I'm like, well, I don't want to throw this away. I might need to buy something.
Right. Well,
I don't want to spend it.
It's the same reason why whenever I would play an RPG, I would struggle my way through the entire game and then show up at the final boss with like a million healing items and a million anti-poison items, because I was conservative. I was constantly hoarding them because you never know when you're actually going to need them.
Because you could legitimately that was a way to beat some later bosses in a lot of those games. Right. Just power your way through by battle of attrition. Right.
Yep. Exactly.
So yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're sticking with it though, because absolutely there's a preconceived notion, especially I think gamers that are around our generation. I don't know if younger gamers feel the same way about it or not, but you know, that for me was sort of one of the big hurdles I had to jump to enjoy this game. Was like, I got to be okay with spending money here.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not.
They give you so many coins. You have to be.
And if you throw, like CJ was saying, like 300, 400, 500, like
you don't even feel it.
Yeah. And
you don't.
They will do. The toads will come out, and if you throw like 300 coins at them, they'll come out for you. They'll do the first move for you. If you throw like 400 or 500, they'll do like the first 2 moves for you.
First 2, and then sometimes they give you life back.
Yeah,
well.
like 30, 50
pretty
health
generous.
back.
Yeah. Pretty generous on
that. So yeah, and it's got to the point now where if I get to a battle and if I don't immediately see what I have to do. And that happens a lot when it's like when it's a puzzle that gives you 3 turns.
Yeah.
Because things will be scattered everywhere. And I'm just like, I have no idea. Just immediately throw like 400
I do
coins
exactly
at them.
the same.
Yeah.
And then
exactly the same.
And then you can usually solve it pretty quickly and take care of them. And then you'll get, you may not get your full investment back. But yeah, you'll get like 200 or 300 coins back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've also noticed, at least in this area, like there were a lot of difficult puzzles kind of leading into like the Shogun area. And so I was throwing a lot of coins at these guys, and I was
couldn't afford the
no, I could. I absolutely could. Yeah, I could have.
I could not.
Oh, really? No,
I still regret that. I have
a lot of money saved up. So
yeah, there was a lot of actually. The more I played after we spoke last week, and you had asked that question, then I went back and finished Shogun Studios, and it's like, yeah, I'm glad I bought the gold pass.
Yeah, same
here.
There's
a lot of money I didn't have to spend in there.
Yeah,
damn it.
Yeah,
so you should probably go make some money and just buy one.
Yeah, buying the gold pass is definitely worth it. But then I noticed, like, after a lot of those kind of difficult battles where I was spending a lot of money just to get the toads to help out, like once I got into that ninja tower, there was a whole lot of battles where the puzzles were super easy. So I was able to kind of grind those battles and earn back a bunch of the coins to prep you. So I'm assuming the whole game is like that, where you have like kind of a few waves of hard battles and then they throw some easy stuff at you.
It's funny now because so there's 2 things that do affect that. One is, of course, as you get stronger and you can jump on enemies out in the field,
right,
you don't get nearly as much money for it.
Right.
But now in the section I'm in, it's possible to not fight any of the battles. It's possible to sort of do something like that, where you can attack them while you're out in the field and they just pop.
Oh, yeah.
And what I found is, because I've been doing that, I actually got to the latest town and I can't afford all the stuff I want.
Oh, really?
So I've actually hit to the point where it's like, oh, I don't have enough money. This is weird.
Yeah.
So it's kind of thrown me for a bit of a loop there, but it's only I think there's 1 or 2 items that I can't afford right now that I know I can just go out and do like 3 or 4 battles and I'll have more than enough money to get it.
Right.
But it was just like, oh wow, okay. But I mean, anyway, back to what I was saying originally. Yeah. I adore this game. I can't put it down. I'm so enjoying it so much. Mm-hmm. You know, the puzzles don't bother me. I've totally accepted sometimes I'm just not going to get them right, and I can live with that.
Right.
But it's one of those games where every time I play it, I smile about something. You know what I mean? Like there's just something super charming that happens that I'm enjoying. The jokes are fantastic.
Yeah.
The characters are great. Like I am all about this game right now. Like this, and so far this year, like Last of Us 2 was amazing, but I gotta say, like Animal Crossing and Paper Mario are both right there.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what I've been playing this week. I mean, I played some more F1 2020. I'm still crazy about that as well. Really, really enjoying that. And we played some more Gran Turismo Sport with our Player One Podcast League. Actually, we have the final Friday coming up.
Oh, nice.
Final 2 races, leading the points.
Nice.
So yeah, but that's really what I've been playing.
Very cool.
All right, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing a bit of Paper Mario as well. Not as much as I would have liked, just because I didn't have a ton of time for playing this week. But yeah, Paper Mario is still continuing to be a lot of fun. Like I said, if you kind of take advantage of those toads, the puzzles do become less of a problem. So yeah, I'm kind of getting more into the vibe of it. I've also been tinkering around with the little toad detector as well.
Oh yeah,
starting to try and get better at using that, which is nice. And you're right. The battery does not seem to drain as quickly out on the field as it does in the little training area, which is good. Boy, I did the river rafting section.
Yes.
Where, you know, in that second area with the blue streamer.
Pretty hard.
And it's not easy. I was able to get all the confetti holes filled in.
I need to go back and do that.
I did not. Yeah.
And I guess because they encourage you to get all the coins.
Yes.
Along the river as well. And apparently, if you get all the coins, you earn a trophy. There's one of the little trophies that you can only get by collecting all the coins, which I think I'm going to have to just get used to the fact that I'm just going to have to get used to the fact that I'm not going to have that trophy because I cannot imagine.
No,
because I mean, even when I was
it's being hard. It's really hard,
right? I was being careful because I wasn't
being careful too.
My first trip, I was not focusing on the coins. I was just focusing on the holes. And I was still getting banged up a pretty good amount. Not even trying to get any of the tricky coins or anything like that. So
yep.
I don't think that's happening, but we'll see. We'll see if I ever decide to go back to that. You know what? I downloaded a demo for a game this week. A game called Fury Unleashed. Which,
never heard of it.
It's a very generic name.
Yeah.
Very generic.
What platform is this for?
This game is on at least the Switch and the PS4.
Okay.
I downloaded the PS4 demo. I couldn't find a demo on the Switch. Because there's the demo version. The game it's on sale right now on Switch at least for like $12.
Okay.
The only reason that I know this game exists, and the only reason I downloaded the demo is because I had 2 separate people message me on Twitter this week. Two separate people independently. Two.
Who even knew there were that many people on the internet?
I didn't realize. I thought most of my followers were bots.
Oh, there you go.
80%
or the bots that I paid for. To make it seem like I am popular, and but these 2 people messaged me about this game that I had never ever heard of, and both of them were saying that, hey, you like Rogue Legacy,
yeah,
understatement.
All right.
Remember that comment you made about one person playing 1,000,000 times earlier?
There it is. That's I'm the reason they're making a Rogue Legacy 2, and they're going to be very disappointed when they only get one sale. So,
I'm going to download this demo right now.
Do it. Are you doing it from your computer?
No, on the Switch. Yeah, I hit the button from my computer on the Fury Unleashed game page.
The Switch does have the demo up.
Yes.
Okay. See, I went to the game page on my actual Switch in the eShop, and there was not a click here to download the demo. So
it does say that it exists on the store.
Good. I'm glad you did.
Website page.
So yeah, both of these people were saying, yeah, you like Rogue Legacy. This is, while you're waiting for Rogue Legacy 2, this game can kind of scratch that itch.
Okay.
It is, really great controls.
I hope that you say, and it did not, so that I can go ahead and cancel the demo download right now.
I'll skip to the end. Yes, but with caveats.
Kind of.
Yes,
it looks more caveats. Like Contra. I mean, it's got guns.
Here's the thing. It is. It's
more like Contra.
It's like, basically, it's like Rogue Legacy, but Contra is kind of that's the elevator pitch for this game.
Yeah, I do remember watching the trailer for this game.
Yeah. So yeah, because you're running around, you're shooting stuff. My immediate reaction, and I responded to both these people with that, I was like, the screenshot looks terrible. I absolutely terrible. I do not like the art style at all.
Yeah.
It's one of those games where everything is really kind of dark and gloomy and gray and brown.
Yeah.
But all the projectiles are like super bright, glowy, like bloom lighting. So you have this contrast of like the really dark backgrounds and like all these super shiny things flying all over the place, which is an aesthetic that I just don't like. It's unappealing to me. And the character designs are really ugly. And everything moves with that
download cancel
like that. No? everything moves with that kind of like marionette style animation where all the limbs are different objects that are, and so everything kind of has that weird floaty flaily kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
like a game of Ernest Evans.
Yes,
exactly.
So I was like, boy, there's a lot working against this game right out of the gate. And they were like, it's not the best looking game, but give it a try. So I downloaded, I tried the demo. I didn't play through the whole demo, admittedly, just because I downloaded it late last night. So I played like a stage and then went to bed. It seems good. It seems like I want to like it.
It seems good. I want to like it.
Italicize the seams. Like the control seems really, really tight, which is super important in a game like this. In these kind of roguelite games. It does kind of the flow of the stages does kind of feel like Rogue Legacy, which is great. The shooty shoot part of it is cool. I like Contra. But it's also, it's one of those games where it's designed for you to shoot in 360 directions.
Mm-hmm.
So, instead of like Rogue Legacy where you're tapping the button to attack, you're using the right stick. So you aim with the right stick. You're twin sticking it. Which is normally fine, but it also means that to jump, you can jump with X like you would normally do.
Yeah.
But you can't jump with you can't jump with X and twin stick it. So yeah, that you also have to use, I think it's like L2, like I think it's the trigger, left trigger to jump, which
doesn't feel natural at all.
At all. Like I was having a ton of trouble getting through that first stage because my mind kept going back to X, and it's like, well, it clearly wants me, because you can, and I'm got the PlayStation in my head. I believe you can use the square button to shoot, but you can only shoot forward in that way.
Okay.
So the game is obviously designed for you to do the twin stick shooting, but yeah, I was fighting the controls the whole time. And what makes Rogue Legacy so fun in my head is just having those controls be so intuitive and so responsive that I can just leap in and jump and shoot and do a air dash and all that stuff while you are just without even thinking about it. Whereas here I'm constantly tripping over my hands trying to figure it out, and I'm sure if I stuck with it,
you'd probably get
I'd probably get used to it eventually. But
I mean, you played Flint Hook, didn't you? Flint Hook.
I did. Well, that's what was coming into my mind. I was like, yeah, but Flint Hook, it worked better in Flint Hook.
Okay.
Because it's not as fast actiony kind of. I mean, it is.
Flint Hook is fast action.
Yeah, I mean it is, but I don't know. It just maybe this is too much like Rogue Legacy. Like it feels just.
So your muscle memory wants it to be Rogue Legacy.
Exactly. Yes. Whereas Flint Hook, I was able to adapt faster because Flint Hook didn't really feel like another game.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas this game does feel like Rogue Legacy plus Contra with Flint Hook controls. And I was like, it just, my brain could not get those things all put together in the same way.
So the problem is you.
The problem is clearly me. But I don't know if I want to spend $12
so
I can be frustrated for a few hours while I adapt to the controls.
Oh, well, right.
Yeah. And then when Rogue Legacy 2 comes out, I
not be able to play that either.
Have to readapt. Yeah. So I'm
hopeful that Rogue Legacy 2 is going to be good.
Oh man, I really hope it is.
You don't
really hope it is.
You really hope it's not a situation where like the first one was really good.
Yeah.
And then they made a second game which wasn't as great, and then they're making a sequel to Rogue Legacy, and it's like, oh, there's a chance.
Yeah.
A non-zero chance that it.
Right. But you know what though? We're talking SteamWorld last week. You know, like I was not into SteamWorld Heist. Not that SteamWorld Heist is bad. SteamWorld Heist seems very good. It's just not my type of game.
Yeah.
And
I think Rogue Legacy 2 is going into early access too. So they'll probably listen to the community, and it's not like it's going to be.
And SteamWorld Dig 2 was amazing.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
right.
And it's not like Fury Furries. What was it?
Full Metal Furies.
Full Metal Furies.
Terrible name.
Terrible name. It's not like that was a bad game. It's not like it was an incompetent game. It was beautiful.
Fine.
It played well. It's just not my type of game. So
yeah.
You know, I'm not terribly worried about Rogue Legacy 2.
Okay.
But what was it? Fury Unleashed?
Fury Unleashed. Yes.
Oh boy. Seems fine. You know, I wish I liked it. I wish I was more immediately taken by it.
Yeah.
But I think I will just continue playing through Rogue Legacy for like the 20th time to get my Rogue Legacy fix.
And there are a lot of games that came out recently that are similar to Fury Unleashed. There's Blazing Chrome, and what's the other one? Neon something. Like a lot of them that kind of take that Contra style gameplay and either adapt it to roguelite or are just like bullet hell Contra game.
Bullet hell Contra game?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun.
What was it? Blazing Chrome and Neon something.
Oh yeah, Blazing Chrome.
If you're gonna rip off Contra,
Blazing Chrome's on Blazing Chrome's on Game
Pass.
Rip
off Contra. You don't have to add to Contra.
Yeah.
We don't need extra crap on
whatever
Contra.
happened in that Contra game that Konami released and then forgot about?
Was universally reviled, and
didn't that have a bunch of kind of extra crap stacked onto it too?
It did, yeah. You mean like it was like free to play stuff, right? It was like games as a service stuff.
I don't know.
Tacked onto it.
I don't know. That's a shame.
Yeah.
The only other thing I played with this week that is video game related is this little guy. Look at that.
A little Lego Super Mario.
Lit up.
Look at that dead-eyed.
Yeah.
Doll's eye. Here we go.
That's frightening.
Looks like,
right
you know what
there.
that looks like? CJ without his glasses.
For those not watching the video stream, I am holding up the Lego
very similar
Super Mario figure. Let me turn him on here. Let's see, because he makes a noise too. I don't know if you can hear that. It's quiet, but there he is. His eyes are lit up. His mouth is lit up.
Yeah.
And so the Lego Mario sets. Technically, we are recording this on August 2nd.
Yeah.
Technically, they came out on the 1st, although some stores got them early and were putting them out on the shelves early. I found
some stores went all Mortal Monday on them.
They did. I found the starter course for this at a Fred Meyer's, and then I started finding the other sets at Target stores. And I had a couple of these sets pre-ordered from Lego, one for me and one for Finn.
Okay.
But I broke down and bought one anyway, just to have it early. And Finn put them together, and he's been playing with it, and it's neat. It's really cute. Let's see here. I brought a little a Goomba here.
Oh, nice.
I got a Goomba, and then I got a again, this is for the video folks. Here's a little this is a little bonus set, a little like $5 polybag set.
That's the one you get for free.
Yeah, you can get this for free. If you buy
off Lego.com.
Buy off Lego.com, but I also found it for sale at Target for $5. Okay. It's a little island. You get a little super mushroom, and a little question mark block. And as you can see, on the top of them, there's little barcodes.
Yes,
and the
Mario
Goomba
reads
has one as well. And so Mario on his feet has a little light sensor, and if you
barcode battler all over.
Let's see. I don't know if you can hear it. If you stomp on them, you get, and you collect coins. And it's also got a little light sensor on here too. Let me see if I can do this. So I got a blue brick here, and if you take the sensor for Mario and put him on the blue brick, I don't think it's showing up on the camera, but that makes a little waves appear on Mario's chest screen. So he's on in water. If you put him on a red brick, it'll be like he's on fire and stuff. So Finn and I have been playing with these all week, and they're super cute, actually. And it's one of those things, and I'm going to turn Mario off here. Let's see. Oh, see you later. There he goes.
Nice.
See you later. If Finn is any indication of this, the man children are going to hate these.
Okay.
But kids are going to eat them up because you know what it seems like? It seems like they're trying to do kind of the opposite of like a Toys to Life thing. You know, whereas Toys to Life stuff was, let's get toys and figure out ways to incorporate them into video games. Whereas these sets feel like, let's take the play structure of a video game and make it into a toy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it's very much set up. You get the starter course, which is $60, and that's the only set that comes with Mario.
Right.
Because Mario has all the electronics in him. And then you buy all the extra little add-on sets that have different enemies and gimmicks and stuff like that. And the idea is you buy these sets and you end up with all these like little kind of set pieces almost that you can combine and mix and match however you want to create a little real life video game level.
Mm-hmm.
And it's played out. It's all imagination, so to start a level, once you've built it out however you want, you take Mario. It comes with a green pipe which is always the start of your course, and then there is the flag, which is always going to be the end of your course. And when you turn Mario on, you put him in the pipe. He does like, oh, let's go, and a little timer appears on his chest, and it starts counting down. And so you have like a minute to move your little Mario toy through your course, and take care of whatever obstacles you've set up. So if you tip him back and forth like he's walking, it makes a little walking noise, and you'll earn coins. If you come across, oh, I set up a Goomba here, I can boop, 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 bounce him on that. He'll earn coins. You hit him on a question mark block, he'll get a random item. If you can put him on a little cloud and make him float the cloud over to the next part of your level. And then once you get through all the obstacles in time, you then tap him on the flagpole, and that ends your course, and you collect all the coins that you've earned. And it's there's an app. There's like an iPhone app that the Mario figure connects to through Bluetooth, and it actually keeps track of how many coins you've earned as you play and stuff like that.
That's cool. Huh.
And I mean, it's total like honor system kind of thing. Like, I mean, you could sit there and start the level and then just shake Mario to earn a bunch of coins, or keep just tapping them to earn the coins, and then finish the level. And oh, look, I earned 1,000 coins or whatever. But it's clearly set up for kids to just play through it. And
Sure.
Certainly Finn has been, doing it honestly, like going through and, oh, here's the castle that I built, and oh, I got to knock Bowser Jr. off of the castle and stomp on him 5 times, and then I can jump over this lava pit kind of thing.
Okay.
So as a kid's activity, that really cool. I mean, I'm not going to buy these for myself. Like I bought the starter kit for myself just to get the little Mario toy, but I'm not going to go out and buy all the courses for myself, just because I'm not going to sit and play with them like that.
Sure. Right.
But Finn is already like, oh, I want the big Bowser castle for Christmas. That's like the big set. So, so he's super into it. So
that's cool.
I don't know. I think kids will dig it. So yeah, they're neat little toys.
Cool.
Certainly not for collectors.
Right.
But a pretty cool thing for kids.
And you did order your Lego NES.
If we're talking about things for collectors,
there you go.
Yeah. Also on August 1st, yes, the Lego NES Lego set went on sale, and I was able to get one ordered. Greg, did you ever? Yeah. I saw you were trying to get one. Did you ever get one?
Yep, I finally got one.
Yeah, the site.
Boy, that site just was being destroyed.
Well, you know what? Lego's website on the best of days is held together by
too
tape
bad,
and string.
Yeah, it clearly is. It's too bad, because it was like just trying to get it. It was clearly failing in 100 different spots.
Oh, absolutely.
Like it would fail trying to connect to PayPal, or it would fail trying to get to your cart, or it would fail trying to add things to your cart, or
yes, indeed,
putting in your address. Like it just failed everywhere.
Yes. I mean, it worked out. It worked out in the end. I accidentally ended up ordering 2.
I had 2 in my cart at one point. Somehow I got 2 in my cart, and I couldn't get rid of one of them.
Yeah,
that was the other thing that was failing.
So I was there, like, because I was
there right at.
I was sitting there F5ing the screen
for me,
waiting for it. As soon as it went up, I added it to my cart, hit the PayPal, and it was trying. It was giving me the working, and then sorry, this didn't go through. Okay, crap. Let me try again. So I tried again. Tried going through with PayPal, and again the thing popped up. It said, "Oh, this sale can't go through. We can't authorize your PayPal." Yep. Like, oh crap! So I run and grab my credit card, and I go through it again, get the credit card information put in, and it again working. Finally went through. Great, I did it. I got it. I got one. At the same time, Justin at work, who is also a big Lego nerd. I'm sitting here on my computer doing this. I also have my iPad set up where I am texting with Justin because we were collaborating, like making sure we each got ours. And he's like, yeah, it's not going through. I can't get it. The site's hanging for me. And I'm like, well, I got mine. I'll try and get one for you as well. We'll see what happens. But then as I'm about to do it, I get an email from PayPal saying, hey, we authorized your payment to Lego. I'm just like, no, you didn't though. You absolutely did not. And then I load up on the Lego site. I load up my orders page, and sure enough, there were 2 orders placed.
Uh-oh.
I was like, uh-oh. So I text Justin. I'm like, I think I have one ordered for you. I think one of the orders that wasn't that they told me didn't go through actually did. Yeah. And then it just kind of turned into a waiting game because everything was so hammered. Like I wasn't getting confirmation emails from Lego, anything. But eventually I did. Both of the systems that I ordered have shipped. So
okay.
And then of course Justin is just, he's just gonna buy one off me.
Perfect. For a modest increase in price.
I mean,
finder's fee.
They're going for a lot. Going for probably double what they're, if not more so.
Are they really? Are they really already?
You know what? They might actually not be, because I guess Lego must have. I mean, certainly they were aware of the demand that there was going to be for these.
Yeah.
But it seems like they might have actually done something about it this time, because they were in stock. Well, you know what it looks like? Yep, they're out of stock now. But the systems were in stock for hours. Holy crap.
Oh, okay.
All the Mario stuff is back ordered now.
Huh.
Except for the starter course. The only
Well, it's like you said was it last week or the week before? It's like it's the mix of a new Lego set with it being Nintendo.
Exactly.
Right? So of course it's out of stock.
Yeah.
Of course.
But at least the starter course is still in stock, because that's if you're gonna get any of those Lego Mario sets, that's the one you need.
Right? Yeah.
Because that's the
you're
one
not gonna be able to do anything without that one.
Because that's the set that has Mario, and it has the pipe and the flag, which are the start and end of your course.
Yeah.
But also the little Mario figure here does interact with the NES set.
Oh, right. I heard that. Yes.
Yeah, because if on top and plays sound for the little scroll, doesn't it?
Yeah, when you turn the crank, it'll play the sound effects from the level. But yeah, so yeah, I wonder. Let's see here, eBay.
I don't even want to know. I'm sure.
Yeah,
there's a markup.
Lego NES, and let's go to completed and see what people are actually paying for them. Huh? Not
too bad.
Not as much as I would have expected. No, $300 is what people have been paying for them.
Okay, well, which is a little bit of a markup.
I mean, it's a $230 set US.
Yeah.
So I mean, paying an extra $70 or whatever is not that bad of an increase, all things considered.
Right.
But
right.
But yeah, so that is on its way. That my NES is supposed to be here on Friday, so I am very excited about that.
I'm not sure when mine's supposed to be here.
Really?
No, I haven't checked.
Well, hopefully soon.
I see.
Yeah, Lego is not the fastest with their shipping.
But I haven't had any. The few times that I've ordered from them before, I haven't really had any problems or anything. So
right,
so not too worried.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Alrighty,
DJ, you have 5 minutes. Go
do it.
Yeah, I played a little more Ghost of Tsushima. Having fun with it still. I got some more moves. I got new stance unlocked, which allows me to deal with enemies that have shields a lot easier.
Yeah.
Enjoying the combat, enjoying the gameplay quite a bit. I've been utilizing the fast travel system quite a bit, just because, I mean, traversal's fine in the game, but I don't know. It feels a little bit to me like in Red Dead Redemption, where you're just riding on a horse for long stretches. So like, why do I need to do that? I'll just fast travel near where I need to go. So I've been doing that. Enjoying the game though. It's very well done. Played some Grounded on Game Pass on the Xbox, and this of course is in game preview. My daughter was very excited about Grounded. We played the demo that they put up like a month ago, and she was very excited about it. Really loved the demo, but was really freaked out by the bugs. So Grounded is sort of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type thing, where you play in a backyard, and it's a survival game, so you have to worry about food and water and that kind of thing, and also bugs, because there are plenty of insects around the backyard for you to deal with. So it came out on Tuesday. My daughter very excited about it. I was at the grocery store when it came out, and she apparently had looked at my Xbox that the game is bootable now, and texted me that, hey, the game has been released. So as soon as I got home and got everything put away, we hopped on, and initially we were going to play co-op, but in the first like little bit, the co-op, the servers would not connect me. So instead she just watched me play and flipped out at the bugs once again. There is an arachnophobia mode in the game where you can set the spiders to look less realistic, up to the point where they're just two blobs floating. You don't even see legs on them. And it's funny, I was watching a couple of streams of this game, and grown adults playing Grounded flipping out at the spiders, like shrieking, like high-pitched shrieking into their microphones.
Oh man,
it was very, very entertaining.
Now see, I have this problem where ever since I saw the movie The Blob, I'm talking like the late 80s one, I get freaked out by blobs. So
so you're the reverse.
Might be better for me to make them look like spiders. Yeah,
possible.
What if I'm afraid of both blobs and spiders?
Then
is this game just not for
really
me?
Screwed. No, it's not for you.
Okay.
Not for you at all. But yeah, so it's a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids style survival game. It's got co-op, although I believe only the host can save progress. So it's one of those games. But it's pretty fun, and I don't like survival games. Let me just straight up say that. Like, if I have to collect things to eat and worry about my water meter, like that usually like means I'm out.
Yeah, me too.
Or if it means like I have to collect a lot of resources and craft things, like I don't spend a lot of time in those style of games. I know there's a great many people who love that style of game, and there's a large audience for that, as evidenced by the 1 million players that showed up to play Grounded in the first 48 hours. But it's not me. But I actually am really enjoying Grounded quite a bit. And it's a game preview game, so it's an early access title, and there is a story to it, but you get through the story part that's finished anyway in about the first hour of the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
sounds like my kind of story.
It's really fun because you're like investigating parts of the backyard, and there's an oak tree that has like this mysterious lab inside of it. It's pretty cool. I really hope they expand on that, and they do tell you when you reach the end, it says end of story content. but it says that they'll be adding to it over the next few months.
It's like the
as a
greatest
reminder,
ending ever. End of story
every
content.
movie should end that way.
Yeah.
Just a message, end of story content. Yeah.
Please exit theater.
That's how the theater now.
That's how the rise of Skywalker should have ended. It would have been a more satisfying ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it ends in a really interesting, it sort of ends on a cliffhanger because you find this lab and this robot and it's like, oh my god, like what's happening here?
And it ends on a cliffhanger. So does it just say end of story content?
Cliffhanger.
Or
No.
is it?
It says they'll be adding more content over the next months.
More story content incoming.
Yes, it is produced by a small team. 13 to 15 people made this game.
Wow.
So, yeah, but it's an interesting story, and the little robot that you find gives you missions throughout the backyard. So while it's the end of the story that they have in place, like there's a lot more exploring that you can do within the backyard and the different areas.
So you find a little robot?
You find a robot.
Is the robot
in fact,
shrunken?
The robot is called Burgel, and it is a grilling and burger flipping robot.
What the hell are we even talking about anymore?
It's weird. It is
so
weird.
Wait, is he tiny like you are?
Yes, he's tiny like you are. Yes.
So he's a nanobot.
So he's a
nanobot.
burger making nanobot?
Yeah.
Who's he? Does he make
I
tiny
don't know.
burgers?
No, he does not. He does not make tiny
he's a
burgers. He has been assisting. He's been assisting.
Oh God, I want this segment to end so badly.
So he's a tiny robot that makes giant burgers?
No. He's
I don't understand.
A robot. He's a robot burger. Burger flipping robot.
He's a burger flipping robot.
Assisting
He's
a
a robot
scientist
flipping
with
burger.
various experiments within your backyard. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
Who's
the
he
story
making
ends.
burgers for, though?
I don't know. They haven't filled in that part of the story.
Doesn't make sense. And his name is Burgel?
Burgle, yeah.
Like Burgle.
Burgel.
So is he like the
Yeah.
Hamburglar?
Maybe.
Does he make burgers and then steal them?
No. Anyway, so this game,
If I'm scared of microscopic burger robots, can I reduce his graphics to look like a little blob?
no, not yet. They've not put in that option. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, but there's a lot of base building stuff. A lot of insects to fight. Yeah, you can. You don't have to build a base, but you can if you want to. And looking on Twitter, a lot of people have built very impressive looking bases.
Oh, really?
In the backyard. I am again not that person,
Yeah.
so I'm okay with like place to sleep, 4 walls, and a storage area, and that's really all I need to do. But I've seen people with a much larger base that looks a lot cooler. But yeah, I'm having fun with it so far. So
is
I'm
he a
doing more
giant robot
exploration.
that's been shrunk?
Doing more exploration in the backyard.
Or is he a nanobot? Was he built?
I don't know.
Is there like a swarm
These
of
things
little
are these things are
Burgels?
going to be filled in the next months and weeks.
You know what? We need more story content.
We do. Also played some Rocket Arena. So Rocket Arena, a game
Sucker
that
Punch's first game.
did not launch well when EA put it out in mid-July. They tried to charge $30 for this 3v3 multiplayer Rocket game.
Yeah.
And well, I bought it, but nobody else did.
Is this the one they were giving away free last week?
This is the one, yes, that they're basically started giving away free last week. It had a free trial weekend on Steam and on Xbox, and it's like $5 to $10 depending on which edition you get on Xbox and PlayStation. They can't discount the price on Steam yet because Steam's policy is no price reduction within the first 30 days, so they haven't been able to do it there. But everywhere else, they have reduced the price to like $5 or $10, or they've just given it away for free. It's in the EA Access Vault now. In fact,
I tried to get it for free when they were doing that free giveaway. I tried to get like the PS4 version, I believe, for free, but everyone else was trying to get it free as well.
Yes.
So the site was running very slowly.
Yeah, I can't imagine that it would be your type of game though.
Well, I figured,
it's
for
Splatoon,
free,
Smash Brothers style sort of 3v3 Rocket game.
I figured I'd try it for free.
It doesn't sound like something you would be into, honestly.
You know what? Don't tell me. Don't tell me what I like.
I'm just going to tell you, you're not going to
like
it.
Who are you?
Who the hell do you think you
don't
are?
know me.
I was posting about it.
You don't know me,
last week, and Pete Dodd's like, I didn't care for it, and I'm like, it does not seem like a Pete Dodd style game.
Look at this.
So I'm not surprised.
Chris Johnston, authority of everyone's taste.
That's right.
Yeah. What game should Greg play this week? Since
Sea of Thieves.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
God, no.
You seem more like a Sea of Thieves fan to me, Phil. Maybe you should try
that. Yeah. But I'm having a lot of fun in Rocket Arena. I convinced Mike and McGilla, my Sea of Thieves buddies, to download it on Steam and try it. And we had a lot of fun with it. We even won like a team deathmatch round
against a bunch of children.
They went very well, probably against a bunch of children.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can watch on my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
went very well, exceedingly well.
Good.
But, yeah, I mean, it's a fun game. It didn't launch well, but I like the mechanics in the game. Like, it is a more cartoony style 3v3 game, sort of on the same design end as Splatoon or Smash Brothers. Very quick rounds and fun game types. So yeah, I've been enjoying that. Rocket Arena, their first season of content in their battle pass started, and yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
And that's all I've been playing. So let's go ahead and do tweets.
Tweet, a tweet.
That was with an accent.
Do you like that?
A tweet.
A tweet.
Let's do this one from hacker alias Gemini 52869, who says, as I get older and reflexes get slower and free time gets shorter, wow, that's a lot of things, I find myself playing on easier difficulties. How do you guys feel about difficulty in games? How do you play mostly?
Mostly depends on the game.
No.
Definitely depends on the game. But I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima on easy.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to play
mainly because I don't want to get frustrated with the combat, which would make me turn the game off forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely been leaning more towards more towards the easy these days.
Yeah, I'll try on normal, but I'm quickly will switch to easy if I'm not making progress, because of exactly the main reason. Not so much, well, maybe it has to do with lower reflexes, but it's mainly the time thing, because where generally don't have as much time to play, if I can only sit down and play for an hour, I want to feel like I move the needle somehow. If it's a game that has like a story progression or something like that, right? Like I want to feel like I've gone somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but then like on the flip side with say something like F1, I actually crank the difficulty up because I'd much rather be racing other vehicles, even if they're AI, than just driving out front.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The winning is fine, but it's not fun. It's like you're driving 15 or 20 just time trial laps. So it's not, it's okay, but it's not exciting. So yeah, like that in a lot of racing games, I would rather be running like hopefully top 5 and trying to do better. So I'll actually crank the difficulty up a little bit. But those aren't games that have like as a sort of the same progression curve. But say something like, Mario's a bad example because there's not a difficulty setting, I don't think. But if I play that for an hour, I want to feel like I actually did something, accomplished something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. All right, let's do this sort of related tweet from Packer alias Beard the Movie. What game would be more enjoyable if it was just a bit easier?
Dark Souls.
That was Greg Stewart who said that, everybody.
Yeah, and if you're not watching the video of this, you're missing the shit-eating grin, but
feel free to direct all your hate towards Greg Stewart. He was the one who said that.
Chrono Cross.
I mean, we were all thinking it.
I'm just the one brave enough to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
I liked Bloodborne. I really liked Bloodborne, and by all rights, then I should like pick up Dark Souls and be right at home with that. But I, for some reason, just have not enjoyed that as much.
Yeah,
I don't know.
trying to think. I haven't really played any games recently that I thought were too hard.
Yeah,
because like most of the games I played recently have had
difficulty settings.
They're all on easy.
Yeah, well, that's just it. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Last of Us 2 was fine, but yeah, I totally adjusted that so to make it easy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and Paper Mario has the pay coins to make it easier.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any recent games that I've played.
I'm sure you can go back and find a bunch of older games.
Oh yeah.
That I wish were. I just can't think of anything off the top of my head, but that I wish were easier.
Right.
You know, especially when you get back to like the 8 and 16-bit stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean
Zelda 2.
Zelda 2, yeah. You know what? I actually kind of wish that was easier, just because I feel like more people would like it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know
I
what?
really like that game.
In that vein, Kid Icarus.
Yeah,
Kid
another
Icarus.
good example.
Kid Icarus is.
It starts off pretty fun, and then it gets terribly hard.
Kid Icarus starts off terribly hard. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you've got that backwards.
The NES one.
It gets easier as you go further. In the game.
Kid Icarus's problem is the difficulty curve is
backwards,
completely backwards, where it starts off insanely difficult, and as you progress, you get powered up and you learn, abilities and stuff that end up making it super easy by the end of the game. So
I would say it's actually, because there was a thread about it on Twitter this week from Ed Annunziata himself, but I would love to have easy versions of pretty much any of Ed Annunziata's Genesis games.
Oh yeah.
Because his games, they were notorious for being very difficult.
Right.
Because of the whole rental thing, where they didn't want you to be able to beat the games in a rental. So like the Echo the Dolphin series, Chakan, I don't know how you say it.
Shakan the Forever Man.
Shaka Khan the Forever Man.
Yes.
The X-Men games were tough as well. And then in that vein, I'd love to have like an easier version of like Comic Zone. Comic Zone is a great example of a game that I would love if it wasn't so difficult.
Yeah.
I know I would love that game.
You know what? Listener Lauren in the chat just said Cuphead or Dead Cells.
Cuphead. Yeah. I've never played Cuphead yet.
That pretty much nails it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely Cuphead.
Boy, Dead Cells. I got to go back and play more Dead Cells. I really enjoyed Dead Cells.
I feel I got to go back and play Dead Cells and more Hollow Knight, because people love Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
I should like Hollow Knight because it's a sort of Metroid-esque style game thing. And
I don't know what it was about Hollow Knight. It just, and everyone loves Hollow Knight.
Everyone loves Hollow Knight.
Everyone loves it, but it just kind of bounced off me. I don't know why. But yeah, Dead Cells did get a new update according to
it's gotten a lot
in the
of
chat. It has. It's gotten plenty of updates, and it's probably gotten like 2 or 3 updates since I last played it. So that's a fun game though. I do really enjoy that. Speaking of roguelite games, Cuphead could definitely use an easy mode. Yeah.
Considering they're about to put out a Netflix cartoon and there's all these Cuphead toys for kids, the game is super hard considering.
Yeah, because Finn,
I really do need to play that.
Finn loves the look of that game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, he loves watching me play it, but it's like he can't play it himself because it's way too tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get the desire to make a super challenging game, but it's okay to have different modes.
I agree. I agree, unless it's Dark Souls. No, an easy mode in Dark Souls would be fine too.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get the allure of having a big challenge, but
absolutely,
you know, that doesn't have to be like the only thing about your game. You know.
Yeah.
But
Hacker Alias Jacob Norgren says, I recently listened to the Last of Us 1 spoiler cast. Everyone ended up agreeing that they didn't want a sequel.
Yeah.
Looking back, are you happy they made The Last of Us 2? And do you want a third? I think we talked about the last part of this question.
Well, I mean,
a little bit.
I think the first, I mean, I obviously I enjoyed Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
You know, I don't necessarily like all the story beats that they went with, as anyone who has listened to our Last of Us 2 spoiler cast knows.
Right.
I mean, I don't remember what I mean. Last of Us was how many years ago?
7 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't
remember. I don't remember what I said. I'm assuming what I said. If my feelings back then match up with my feelings now,
yeah,
I think the reason why I didn't want a sequel was because I really kind of enjoyed the ambiguous ending.
Yes.
Of that first game. I really liked Joel kind of keeping it to, well, do we care about spoiling?
Yes, we do.
Last
Yes,
of
we
Us?
do.
Yes,
The
we
first
do.
Last of Us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we should
There are still
I mean,
people who have not played the first game.
It's a 7-year-old game.
Are you agreeing?
I like
are
I
are you
like the
okay
ambiguous
with the
ending.
fact that they made a sequel, and do you want a third?
I mean, I enjoyed the sequel, even if I didn't like every aspect of it.
Yeah.
So sure, but I mean, now it's kind of like I kind of, I'm more inclined to want a sequel to Last of Us 2 than I am with Last of Us 1. I was more I would feel more comfortable letting the story hang at the end of Last of Us 1 than letting it hang at the end of Last of Us 2.
Okay.
Really?
That's fair.
Yes.
I didn't want Last of Us 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad they made it.
Yeah.
Because it's a great game.
Right.
So I am glad that I played it. I am glad that it exists.
Right.
But I would have been just as happy to not have it come out. Again, not saying I don't like what's there, not saying that I would, that I wish I hadn't played it or anything like that. But at the time of finishing Last of Us, I was perfectly happy with not having a sequel.
Right.
I'd be perfectly happy with not having a sequel to Last of Us 2. But if Last of Us 3 comes out, I'll play it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I will too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, obviously, I think there are more stories that they could tell out of this
yeah.
universe. I mean, they've already done comics that don't have the characters from the games in them, and they're doing a television series which may not have the characters that are in the games. So
I mean, they did the same type of thing with Uncharted.
Yeah,
they did kind of the spin-off. So
yeah, I think they could pretty easily do that with The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of agree that I would be okay if the first one was all that we got.
Right.
I really enjoyed Last of Us 2, and I would definitely play a third.
Yeah.
I'm happy they made the second one. Yes. All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias. I finally watched, who said, "Now that the NES is out in Lego form,
it is,
along with lots of other Mario themed sets, what other video game themed sets would you like to see?"
I mean,
Genesis.
Well, I mean, Lego has a relationship with Sega.
Oh,
they did that.
Yeah,
they did that.
Sonic.
They did the Sonic set in Lego Dimensions. I would love to see an expanded Sonic. I mean, a model Genesis would be very cool, obviously.
No, but Sonic World stuff would be nice too.
That'd be fun, yeah.
And for as neat and clever as the little interactive video game Mario stuff is, I would like to see more traditional Lego Sonic sets.
Yeah,
with
agreed.
With the minifigures, where you were actually like building out like the Green Hill Zone or Casino Night or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would also like to see traditional Mario sets as well. You know, which is that's.
I think I'd be more interested in them if they were. But,
well, that's again, that's because.
But you said that earlier.
Yeah, that's this is why all the 30 and 40-year-olds are screaming at Lego on the internet, because they want to collect the little minifigures.
They're really screaming about.
Oh yeah,
man, it's
really
people the internet.
It's the internet.
Mean, it's the internet, so I should have expected it. But
this children's toy is not a children's toy that I wanted to buy. You made your children's toy into a children's toy.
Right.
not something for a 45-year-old man. Yes, of course they're angry.
Oh God.
I mean, the internet, you have 40-year-olds screaming about how they're mad that they can't masturbate to the new She-Ra cartoon. So of course they're mad that they can't.
Completely off track here, but I didn't realize this existed
What's
until I saw a commercial for tonight. I did not know there was a Star Trek cartoon right now.
Oh yeah, that like kind of Rick and Morty
Lower
knockoff.
Decks.
Yeah.
What, really? Oh.
Yeah, Star Trek: The Lower Decks.
Yeah, it's going to be on
interesting.
The
it's not actually out right now.
It hasn't started yet. No.
Oh, okay. So I just saw the ad for it. I just assumed it was actually.
Yeah, it's
out.
on. Yeah, it starts pretty soon. But it's on CBS All Access, and it's like a comedy.
Yeah.
It's basically, it looks like it's like PG-13 Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I mean, the art style looks like Rick and Morty knockoff. I mean, I'll
have to check it out.
I'll give it a try.
So if Lego wants to get money out of me,
they
make Sea of Thieves Legos.
Jesus.
Well, they did that pirate ship.
They did a pirate ship. That's
I sent you a link to that pirate ship. I bet you didn't buy it.
I didn't.
And then they did that ship in a bottle, and didn't they have Pirates of the Caribbean ship as well?
Ship in the bottle's really.
They had,
that is really nice.
I have the ship in a bottle set. It's really neat.
And they had what's his name from Lego Movie. They had his. Actually, that set looked really great.
Oh yeah, the Metalbeard set.
Metalbeard's ship looked awesome.
Yeah, it did. That was a pricey set though.
Yeah.
What's that company that did the Halo?
It's
Mega Blocks that does Halo, right?
Yeah. But yeah, like Zelda sets. I mean, I've seen.
That'd be awesome.
A lot of people have submitted Zelda sets to the Lego Ideas site.
Yeah,
try and get those
Not
made.
shocked by that.
Yeah, I mean that would obviously be neat.
One idea that was submitted a long time ago that I would have loved to have seen come to fruition, and not just Sega, but any of them, was a bunch of Sega arcade machines.
Yeah.
Which never took off, unfortunately. But I would love like a line of that, and again, not necessarily just Sega, but like classic arcade machines.
That'd be really cool.
I'd be all over that.
Yeah, that was one of the finalists in the Lego Ideas that sadly didn't get made.
Close.
Yeah, it was. Because they had like the sit-down outrun machine and stuff like that. Would have been beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, and who knows if I say if the Nintendo Entertainment System set sells well, which it's going to
already.
Hopefully that will kind of well, I mean, maybe let Lego know that video game nerds will buy high-end collector sets of this stuff.
That's true.
I think we need we go to the other direction and get a 2600 set.
Yeah,
but the TV's like a big floor model wood grain, piece of furniture
with a giant clicky dial to turn the channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am in.
Well, and again, going back to Dimensions, Lego and Midway.
Yep. They
have, right.
There was a little Defender machine that you could build in Lego Dimensions. So
yeah,
they've got tons of licenses. But I mean, who knows how extensive those agreements are too, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they certainly have connections there, so they can negotiate whatever they need to. Certainly.
And then a follow-up question from I finally watched. How many Lego sets do you own roughly?
Jeez.
This is really a question.
Roughly, Phil. We don't need like an extensive list.
I don't know. I mean, I've been playing with Lego sets since I was a kid, and I still have all my old like 80s. Like, I back in the 80s, I was way into the Lego space line. So I have
too. Oh my God.
A ton of those.
I regret that all that's gone because I know my kids would have loved having it.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, they're all disassembled and they're all in giant buckets in my storage unit right now, but I have all my old Lego sets from when I was a kid. I think like most kids do, I went through a phase. I went through a phase where I wasn't buying toys. Once you hit like junior high or high school and it's like, oh, Lego stuff. I love Lego, but I'm a high school guy. I'm not buying Lego at this point. And then of course,
over that.
And then once you get into, my 20s, it's like, oh no, wait, I can buy Lego. I don't care what other people say. I'm going to buy my Lego toys. So I mean, it's got to be in the thousands of Lego sets. that I've collected. These
thousands? Wow.
I think I have like 5.
Probably. I mean, but Lego set. I mean, what's a Lego set? I mean, I have like, oh, here's a $5 Lego space set.
Okay, how about this? Major sets, like sort of the stuff that's like over $100.
Over $100, couple dozen maybe.
Okay.
I'm thinking of like what I have on display right now. I mean, I have 2 of the big modular building sets.
I love those.
They're beautiful.
I've come so close to buying those so many times.
Yeah.
I just can't justify it.
I have that, and they're right up on a bookshelf right over there. I have the detective agency and the diner.
They're really
cool 50s
looking.
Diner. They're beautiful sets.
Yeah.
And just tons of little detail. I have a bunch of I bought the International Space Station. I got the Apollo rocket.
That's a nice set too.
I got the moon landing set. I got the like just about every one of the Lego Ideas sets I've bought. There's a couple, like 2 or 3 that I passed on, but
right.
But yeah, I have a lot of damn Lego sets, man.
The only one in recent memory that I bought, it was the Back to the Future DeLorean set.
Yeah,
I have
that one.
Yeah, and I mean I
have not put that together. I have that though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that was only like a $30 or $40 set. Too.
Yeah,
that's not even one of the
expensive.
big ones.
No. Yeah.
I have the Millennium Falcon, but not that really deluxe one.
The $800 one.
Yeah, the one I got was still pretty pricey, but it wasn't the big crazy one. I have the Voltron.
Yeah, I got Voltron.
Fantastic.
I got the Stranger Things set,
and I have a snow speeder.
Oh, nice.
One of the bigger snow speeders, but not not the big sort of deluxe one.
Right.
That was years ago.
Yeah.
Came out. Although I will say, if I had that kind of disposable income, all those ones that came with like the plaques.
Yeah.
I'd have every one of them.
Yeah. Well, and I have the first Star Destroyer in that line.
I want the Super Star Destroyer. I'd really love to have.
Oh yeah.
But and then of course I've ordered the NES, and I still I toyed for a long time with the Batmobile.
Yeah.
The 89 Batmobile.
The Batmobile is nice.
Yeah. But I just couldn't justify it.
I bought because the Batmobile, the Burton Batmobile, they had a promotion when it first came out where if you bought it, you also got like a little, like a smaller scale model of the Batmobile. Yeah.
Oh,
and that one was more like that one was like a minifigure scale.
Okay.
So you have like the giant collector one and then like a smaller minifigure scale one. And I ended up buying the minifigure scale one like off eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because I wanted to have a Burton Batmobile, but I didn't have the money or the room for the big one. And then I've also done like I've made a few custom models. Have you seen my Sisyphus model?
Yeah, I think
the motorized Sisyphus. Yeah. I didn't design them, of course, because I am not that talented. But there's a guy who goes by the hacker alias JK Brickworks, he's designed 2 of the Lego Ideas sets that have come out so far. And he designs all sorts of crazy crap, and he puts the instructions and stuff on his website.
Oh yeah, right. You talked about this before.
And yeah, and he'll include like here's a list of all the bricks you need, and you can just go put them into that BrickLink site.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that Sisyphus model, that was, probably $150 I spent on bricks for that to build. So yeah, I have a lot of big-ish Lego sets, certainly.
Cool.
So I'm a nerd. I don't know if you guys knew this. Can't wait for Friday for my NES to show up. Very excited.
That's a good place to end it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website, player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You'll find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Stewart whenever he has time to do that. But he's a little preoccupied with finishing up the new episode of Generation 16, which he's been hyping on Twitter. if you've seen it. When is that going to be done there, Greg?
Oh, God knows when it'll be done, but we're even closer and closer.
Closer and closer. It'll be up on our website when that is finished, of course. You'll also find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about. If you missed a game title or weren't sure what games we were talking about, I usually link to all that in the show notes. You can find out like what we talked about. It's a good rundown there. You'll also find a link to Greg Stewart's Twitch streams on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Yeah, I'm still playing through SD Snatcher on the MSX on Monday night. Tuesday, I'm trying to finish up JB Harold Murder Club for the TurboGrafx 16
nice.
CD.
Oh, nice.
And on Thursday, playing some Wing Commander 4. This week.
Man.
Very nice.
Nice stuff.
And you'll also find a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening application. We're also on Stitcher Radio. We're on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives, a lot of video content this week of us, or I guess of me holding up crap to the camera. So if you want to see that nonsense, look at our ugly, unglasses wearing faces.
Yeah.
You can watch archives or watch us live most weeks on the youtubes.com/P1 podcast. Follow our Twitter account at P1 podcast to find out when we are recording our next live show. Typically, my friends, it's Sunday evenings at 5:30 specific time. So join us, won't you? And if you've liked what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com/P1 podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. Phil needs more Lego sets. That's where your money goes, to my Lego
Your Lego
habit.
obsession.
That's not true. That's not true. My child's college money goes to my Lego obsession.
That's more believable.
Your
There you
Patreon
go.
money goes towards keeping our show afloat, which it absolutely does. Keeps us rich in Zoom subscriptions, keeps everything going, paying for internet costs, and I don't know what. I don't know. CJ handles all this nonsense, okay? Don't look at me.
That's true.
But I'll tell you what, friends, because we love you so much and we love your money even more, we will pay you back in laughs every week. We have we do a little bonus after show every week.
The cash value of those laughs.
Yeah, it's 1/100th of a cent. It's like a cutout coupon.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do a little post show every week where we play games, we crack wise, we have fun, we do all sorts of naughty stuff that we don't do on the regular podcast. So join us for that. $5 Patreon friends.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, though, if you want a sample of what those bonus shows are like, CJ has been putting up some of the old ones from a couple of years in the past up on our feeds every Thursday night. Get you ready for the weekend in style. So listen to some of those old ones, and if you like what you hear, get some new ones and help support the show at the same time over on the Patreon. And I'll tell you what, if you have a couple bucks left over, head over to generation-16.com where you'll find the Patreon link to help support Greg Stewart's outstanding, and it is outstanding, web series about North America's favorite video game system that doesn't have a Lego model of itself.
Oh,
Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Phil. And yes, as an update, because CJ did ask for an update earlier, I am close to the end of this. I finished the second pass of this episode, which is an hour and 5 minutes long. And I'm halfway through the audio pass. Actually, I had to stop to do this show.
Oh.
So, yeah, once that's done, about 4 minutes of footage to add in, a couple of quotes that I'm waiting on recordings for, and we're good to go for an early release. And if you are a $5 patron on my Patreon page, you get to see that a week earlier than the rest of the world.
Man,
remember, I only charge per episode, so it'll cost you $5 then, and then 6 months from now, when I release another episode, another $5.
There you go.
Bargain at twice the price. What a deal! What a deal! And so please do that. I guess that's it, right?
I think we're good.
That's
That's our show. CJ,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Phil.
For all this. Gregory,
Yo.
thank you as well.
Thank you, Philip.
Thank you for the thank you. And of course, thanks to all our wonderful, wonderful listeners. You're all fantastic. Please take care of yourselves. Please
Take care of each other.
take care of each other, man. Wear your masks. Do what you got to do. We're gonna make it to next week. I promise. Boy, I hope.
Fingers
I hope
crossed.
oh man, I hope I don't die this week, because that's gonna be
I
real.
hope you don't die
ironic.
this week too, Phil.
Jeez, thanks. I noticed CJ is really quiet on the subject.
I noticed that too.
I guess we'll see you at the post show, everyone.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.